Hey gang, Ronan here. As you can see in this game, I'm playing the Tier 9 Pan-Asian Cruiser Sejong. At least that's how I'm going to pronounce it. If you know the proper pronunciation and would like to share it in the comment area below, I would love to know how to say that word. This is a mixed tier match with 10s, 9s, and 8s, CVs on both teams, and a lot of big shells. Atlantico, Tirpitz, Pommern, Missouri, Colombo, and a Petro. And I guess, given what I'm playing in, the Sejong, we should probably include the shells from the Petro and the Saint Louis as well. This ship is really, really squishy. This is like a Neptune. If you've ever played that line, this thing is a Citadel magnet. If you angle and try to present a narrow profile, you're going to arm things and get Citadel. If you show broadside, well, you may still get Citadel. You're hoping for overbends, of course, in that case. But now you can see that our CV says, "Hello, team," and I said, "Don't be bringing that friendly co-op attitude in here, man." I was joking, and it's all in good fun, but there is some truth to the fact that, at least in my opinion, that a friendly attitude is generally a co-op thing. When you get into randoms, you rarely see that kind of friendliness, and when you do, it is, I think, often a person who is primarily a co-op player. So I say all of that only to say that while our Immelman captain may be a really great human being, I'm really not going to count on him to do much in this game, other than maybe get sunk early. So we do have the Harakaza on our team, which I'm really kind of excited about. It's a mixed bag. Sometimes you get somebody who bought the Harakaza because it's pretty, or because they're in the high school fleet, or whatever. Sometimes you get somebody who plays that ship really well and knows how to play that line or use torpedo boats. And in this case, Graphophile is a really good player with GGWP, and he does a great job. Now, he spends a little bit of the early game thinking that I am absolutely clueless, and I can't really say I blame him. In random matches, it's tough because you never know whether somebody knows what they're doing or not. And he has no way to know that I've got a lot of games played and that I have some idea what I'm doing. It's certainly not I'm no Unicum or Super Unicum player, that's for sure. But I do have a clue. Now, why am I smoking right now? Well, I was targeted. You could probably see that. And this thing eating big damage so easily, I want to avoid losing half or more of my HP in the early going. We're less than 3 minutes in, and a couple of citadels, and this ship is sunk. Now the gearing is right there, and I might be able to get shells on it. I'm counting on him accelerating, but no, he's slowing down.
Smoke screen set.
So I'm going to land a couple there. I got to guess whether he's going to back up or continue forward. Next while he's not doing anything, and I don't want to risk getting spotted. Look at where the Saint Louis is at. Now his shells will absolutely crush this ship. So it's just not worth taking pot shots into the smoke trying to catch the gearing. I have to hope that I'll get another opportunity. Now our Harakaza player, Graphophile, he's again, understandably, thinking, man, come on, do something. I'm really just trying to stay alive, because the longer this ship, or anything really in this line, the longer it's in the game, the more effective it can be later in the mid game and late game. These ships can be really powerful, because at that point, a lot of ships have already taken some damage. You can see that my comment there, I don't think you realize how squishy this boat is. It's worse than Neptune, and I really believe that. At least that's been my experience anecdotally thus far. Now the battleships, they're all behind islands. Now maybe I could lob shells over, but if the gearing is back where he can spot me, I don't want to risk getting spotted, because if I can lob shells over, maybe they can too. Now look at our Immelman. He's just running right at the red ships. And Horst Stieglitz in our U-190 is saying, what is the CV doing? Now I'm throwing torpedoes out here, really just in case those guys decide to push. And Tirpitz may come through that gap. I really doubt it. But if he does, I want something there to greet him. go ahead and use the torpedo reload booster in case the Pommern decides to push forward. And I'm still detected. Tells me the gearing's. I'm going to have to get guns on the gearing. These torpedoes out, and then I really need to shoot at the gearing. He's going to try and back into this. Here come the shells. Now look at the damage I just took. One volley from something. And I got to hope I can blind fire and kill off the gearing here. Okay, so I managed to finish the gearing, and I'm falling back. I'm going to break line of sight with the smoke. Yeah, I just lost 20% of my HP, roughly, in one volley. All of you math types, feel free to tell me exactly what percentage of my HP I lost. I'm just ballparking. Yeah, check the CV position right now. Yeah. Sitting broadside to those guys, well, he was, with a submarine right on top of him. And I'm going to go over here and see if I can help the Vermont. The CV's focusing him. I think our Harakaza and submarine are probably okay against the Saint Louis, although I'll be in position to help with that as well. Horst Stieglitz in his U-190 takes out the bad guy in his U-190. And that should free up that cap. Now, it looks to me like Saint Louis is going to push forward. I'm 30 seconds away from having torpedoes again. But you can see the Vermont is now in my AA bubble. I got 50 seconds until I'm going to have smoke again, but I'm going to have to help out with Saint Louis. It looks like Saint Louis is pushing. Pommern may be pushing. I'm detected by Saint Louis. I expect he's going to probably start getting shells this way, so I'm going to need to turn. Yep, guns are facing this way. Oh, he turned the other way. So I'm angling up, hopefully far enough behind the island to avoid shots from the Pommern and avoid shells from Saint Louis. I do get him burning. Does he eat a torpedo? No. Looks like he put that fire out. No, he didn't. It's still burning. And there's another fire. Now he may want to stop that. No, looks like it's still burning. So I'm just going to continue to try and get shells on him. I know the big AP shot is going to be coming here any second. And there it is. Let's hope I'm angled enough to avoid getting crushed here. And I've got a break line of sight. And I managed to burn down the Saint Louis, thank goodness. It looked like I took out his torpedoes, so I don't have to worry too much about that. And now it's just the Tirpitz and the Pommern on this side. We've got Harakaza, the CV, and I think a real opportunity. So the Harakaza, he's right now, I think, just trying to burn down the Pommern, which I applaud. I think somebody exhorts him to get into the cap, but no, I think he's doing the right thing. Stay in the smoke, don't be visible.
Smoke screen set.
He's doing what I'm doing. See, he's conserving his HP, but he's doing what he can with his HE, trying to burn down that Pommern. And the CV, I think, are going to be able to finish him off. And then I think Tirpitz is just going to run. Yep, some big torpedo shots, and Harakaza burns him down. But it was the CV and the Harakaza that worked together there. Our Venezia is in the Charlie cap, and he and our Tirpitz are in big trouble, I think. We've got a lot of red ships over there. It's really great that they were able to secure the Charlie cap. Right now we have 2 of 3, and we're going to be able to move into Charlie. I was thinking about going in the cap, but I think it's a bad idea. Midway's going to spot me, and I do not want to get in a position to start eating shells from the Tirpitz. And here comes the Midway, and this might hurt. Let's see if I can shoot down some more aircraft. You can see I've got Vermont's AA helping. Be a miracle if I don't get hit here. Here comes hoping for a miracle. There it is. And I managed to chew up 5 more planes. That puts me at 13 total now. Now that's not a big deal, but the AA on these ships is pretty decent. You know, it's not like the old days where if you spec into an AA build, you become a no-fly zone. We don't really have that anymore, but 13 aircraft 10 minutes in, and I haven't been the sole target. I feel pretty good about that. Now, right now we're down 4 ships, the bad guys are down 4 ships, but the bad guys have a points lead on the back of an early cap and the fact that they've sunk 2 battleships. Now Vermont, I'm really just here to support him with AA, and I thought he was going to go ahead and make this turn and get around this gap, but he kind of comes to a stop here. So you'll see I just kind of run into him. I'm just waiting on him to get out of my way. I'm still here for AA support, but I'm really hoping he doesn't keep me sitting here very long, because I'm a juicy target for the midway, and I'll just have to hope I can shoot down some aircraft here. Nope. He puts a big hit on the turrets, and I think I have to push south now. The red guys, I think they're going to have the Charlie cap very soon. Hatakaza secures A for us, so we've got the Alpha cap, the Bravo cap. I think we're going to lose the Charlie cap here in just a minute or two. And I think Tirpitz and Venezia are both going to get sunk. You can see Tirpitz is almost dead now. You can see his HP bar is, well, there he goes. Lepanto, same thing. He's burning down. He's gone, so we lose our Tirpitz and our Lepanto. Venezia is trying to make a run for it, but I think he made a big mistake not staying north of that island. You can see him there at Bravo 6. And he's about to get blapped. He's still got a lot of HP, but not for long, because he's got the Colombo there. And, you know, maybe Venezia gets stuck on the rocks. He's really close, but either way, I don't see any way he survives this. Now I've got a Wooster there with radar. If he gets much closer, I have to try and avoid what damage I can here. But midway, dropping 6 torpedoes in the water, I'm going to eat 1 for sure. I'm still trying to figure out a way to land. Ow. Big shot from the Tirpitz before he goes down. And I'm down to 14,303 HP. I'm liable to eat another torpedo here. I'm aware of that. Don't really see any way to avoid it, so I'm just going to keep the shells on the Wooster. Ah, thank goodness I did not flood. Almost 7 seconds for the shells to get there in their big arcs. And Hatakaza finishes off the Wooster. Now that puts me in a position to be able to push forward, but I really want to heal up a little bit before I do that. I need to try and support these DDs. I've got Kleber that's pushing in right now. Hatakaza, he's out there by himself, but he's outside my AA bubble. And I'm a little worried about getting out there right now. I'm just going to finish healing up what I can here, and then I'm going to push forward. Now we have a significant lead right now. It's 6 ships to 6 ships, and we've got 2 caps. So this is looking pretty decent for us, but this could swing the other way really fast. Venezia survived. But look at how much HP he's got. He's trying to heal up a little bit right now, but 1 big shot from a battleship and he's gone. Yeah, there it is. So right now we're down to 5 ships. Bad guys still have 6. Now we've got the caps, and Vermont still has a lot of HP, but he's facing a Missouri, an Atlantico, a Colombo, and a Petro. And there's a Lightning out here somewhere in addition to the CV. Now, Hatakaza, I was really kind of hoping he would come back toward me rather than running south, but he didn't, and I can't keep chasing down that direction. I need to stay here and hope to catch some of these battleships as they come around the corner. My guess is they're going to come around this island that's nearest to the Bravo cap and try to contest the cap as early as they can. Now, I've got 2 kills, but I've only got 23,602 damage. I'm going to try and avoid getting detected here, but I want to stay as close as I can. to keep everybody in my torpedo range. You can see that I used the reload booster. Now I'm going to set one. Yeah, you got one set there out for Petro, and I need to use the rest, I think, to finish off Colombo. I gotta hope I land at least one. Yeah, there's one. Can I land two? One out wide. So I've got another volley of torpedoes coming, and it looks like I'm going to catch him with one or two here. Meanwhile, Harakaza's pushed up. Okay, I got him with one. And I think is he going to turn? He knows I'm here. If he turns, my torpedoes aren't going to hit, but I think I'm going to get Petro. Because Harakaza's so close now, and the CV's right on him. Petro could finish him, but Petro's not going to survive this. He's going to eat two, maybe three. He's going to enough to sink him, so he's gone. Colombo has stopped. He's going to avoid my torpedoes. I'm out of smokes. His guns, though, are faced the other way, so I'm going to unload on him. And the only thing I really have to worry about is the CV. As our Vermont finishes Colombo, Missouri finishes Vermont. And look at the position of our CV again. He's right there. He's down to, well, almost 18,000 HP from 65. And you know that somebody's in our cap, right? The lightning is in our cap. You can see his smoke there. He's putting HE out. I got to get up here and try and finish off that lightning. Now I'm thinking right now, do I angle to the right as I get closer, or do I angle to the left? I decide to angle to the left because I want to be able to use that island for cover against those battleships. That's only going to afford me a few shots on this lightning, and I got to try and finish him off. These shells are so floaty, and they take so long to get there. I'm going to get one more volley, and I'm not sure I'm going to hit him. Is he going to outrun the shells? You can see I just cleared the island. If I'd have shot a little bit more to the left, I think I would have been hitting the island. And he does. He outruns the shells. Now, one of the beauties of the Royal Navy destroyer line is they accelerate very quickly. Now, having stayed alive a little bit later into the game, now I'm sitting at just shy of 103 damage. It's not going to win me any awards or anything. But it's a heck of a lot better than where I was. Now, why am I sitting here? Because I'm thinking lightning is going to come around one of these corners. I don't know which, but one of them. So I want to position myself to be able to get guns on him either way. And I want to position myself to be able to use my torpedoes in either direction. Our CV's out of the game. You can see his comment there. I would have been fine if I'd have just stayed my... Well, he had his nose in the other ships. I don't think he would have survived it if he had kept going. And somebody was exhorting me to get into Bravo, and our Vermont player very astutely said, no, the BBs will wreck him. So that's why I'm parked here. And I'm just waiting on the DD. Now, the turret traverse on these ships, the Pan-Asian Cruiser Line, is really great. So if he doesn't come to my starboard side, where I'm aimed now, and comes to my port side, that's fine. And why am I angling like this? Well, two reasons. One, really narrow profile into the battleships. And two, it allows me to avoid torpedoes if that destroyer comes around either corner and throws torpedoes in the water. I also have the advantage of being able to get torpedoes away pretty much on either side. You can see the ready on this side. Now we've got a points lead. There's the Missouri radar, and I'm safe, I think, where I'm at. Oh, there's the lightning. He's going to try and smoke up and stop it. And I think our Harakaza is going to get him, and he does. Now Missouri has no choice but to try to get in there and finish Harakaza. Now he can see me, and I'm going to stop right here. He can see me, but he doesn't have any way to see the torpedoes. And there's no way he's going to survive that. I'm out of smoke, so really I'm just going to reverse and buy myself as much time as I can. I have to hope his guns are facing forward. And that's going to be it for the Missouri. No way he survives that. 41 seconds left. I just have to stay alive, and I can do that easily. So, if you haven't tried this line, I really recommend it. You can see that Atlantico takes out Arakaza. Still, we have over a 100-point lead. I just have to survive. I'm going to throw these torpedoes out here, and then I'm going to run as fast as I can away before the midway has a chance to get out here. If we lose the Kleber, I think we still win. But that's not going to be an issue with only 10 seconds left. I hope you enjoyed this. This is a really fun line. They're like destroyers, but better in some ways. You just have to be careful how you play them. Thanks a lot. I'll see you next time.